Pumpkins have been around for thousands of years, originating in Central America and making their way across the world. They've seen it all, from feeding ancient civilizations to becoming a staple of fall festivals. Don't know if pumpkins are up to their expectations back then, but it's a holiday icon now. These are the wasted pumpkins which weren't up to the mark, so the farmers left them in the ground while previous harvesting to let them mature, and they can utilize their seeds to grow the newer generation. Did you know the best time to harvest pumpkins? Let us tell you, when they're firm, fully colored, and the stem is a bit dry. Yes, just like these dark orange ones. Timing matters because pumpkins picked too early might rot, while overripe ones lose their taste. Ah, so tricky. Harvesting pumpkins manually but with conveyor belt systems, it's a mix of human hands and machine. If farmers keep picking pumpkins by hand, Halloween will be over by the time they're done. Let's cut the slow motion farming and switch to something that gets the job done faster. So this almost mechanical method is actually that gives them a chance to sit back, sip some cider, and enjoy Halloween too. As the tractor moves across the field, the windrower's fingers scoop beneath each pumpkin, gently lifting it off the ground. These finger scoops are positioned at just the right angle and pressure to avoid squashing the pumpkins, which is essential for preserving quality. The finger scoops rotate beneath the pumpkins, pushing them up onto a belt which lines them up neatly in a row, known as a windrow. You'll see that too. These people are using that handy cutter to cut those stems, otherwise they will damage the other fruits. Once the boxes are full, the forklifts pick up them and securely transport them to trucks, which will eventually take them to the factories. The pumpkins now travel on a conveyor belt that carries them into the spray washing machine, which have high-pressure water jets target the pumpkins from multiple angles. These jets use a significant amount of force to remove any dirt and soil. Spray washing pumpkins in factories is cool because it's both smart and good for the environment. Many factories recycle the water they use to wash the pumpkins, which helps reduce waste. These modern spray washing machines are equipped with air blowers that lightly dry the pumpkins as they exit the washer. Also, we live up to what you're hoping for. Yup, we have something new for you guys, and I bet you haven't seen such a remarkable production before. So hang in there for a little while to witness those amazing surprises. Do you agree? Halloween and pumpkin festivals are true homies, but pumpkins also have another quieter side. Beyond Halloween fun, these bright gourds are packed with nutrients that are amazing for health. Sure, you're aware of pumpkin seeds. We're gonna show you how they get those millions of tons of pumpkin seeds and process them. Right now, these people are all into cutting and chopping the pumpkins for easy consumption. You've seen how pumpkin paste is made, and that's going to show up in a bunch of recipes soon. Now comes those healthy seeds processing which I was telling you before. This machine starts moving in the rows along with those rolling pins. The rolling pins getting the pumpkins from grounds and throwing them inside the chopper is the real hero here. As you can see, the machines are releasing only the required seeds, while keeping the mess away. Yes, that's how incredible it is. The seeds are poured into large tanks filled with water. Workers use long paddles to create a gentle stirring motion in the water. This movement helps the seeds stay in motion, which helps to separate any remaining bits of pumpkin pulp, dirt, or debris that might still be attached to the seeds. Pumpkin seeds may be tiny, but they're packed with real goodness. These little guys are full of protein, healthy fats, and fiber, making them a perfect snack for your heart and tummy. Also, they're rich in magnesium, which helps keep your bones strong and your mood happy. And what about zinc boost for a healthy immune system? Pumpkin seeds have your back. Crunchy, satisfying, and versatile, you can sprinkle them on salads, mix them into your yogurt, or enjoy them straight up. After soaking, workers use large steel mesh scoops to lift the seeds out of the water tanks. In the drying area, seeds are spread evenly across the fluidized bed dryer. This machine uses a strong but gentle stream of warm air that flows upward through the bed of seeds, lifting and suspending them slightly in the air. This fluidized state keeps the seeds moving, making sure they dry evenly on all sides without sticking or clumping together. The warm air removes any remaining moisture from the seeds, drying them efficiently without exposing them to too much heat, which could damage their quality. These seeds, once dried, don't just end up as a crunchy snack for you. Some of them head off to specialized factories to become a unique cleaning soap specifically designed for leather and other delicate surfaces. Here, the pumpkin seeds are pressed to release their oil, which is rich in natural conditioners, perfect for keeping leather soft and protected. Who knew pumpkins had so much potential? Mushrooms. I never got that much excited before. The reason is simple. I love mushrooms, and I have never seen its bulk processing before. Let's just cut to the chase. Mushroom cultivation starts when the compost arrives at the grower's farm. First, the compost is loaded into a mushroom tunnel and spread smoothly. Casing, essential for mushroom formation, is also loaded into the tunnel and applied as a 5 cm layer on the compost surface, which is smoothed using a conveyor belt. Next, the peat gets a little ruffle to kickstart growth, followed by a good watering. Here, they keep the temperature at a cozy 25 degrees by continuous watering between flushes. When you see tiny mushroom pins, it's a sign that success is near. Soon enough, the mushrooms start popping up, like stars twinkling in the night sky. Okay, nothing to exaggerate about, but they are so fluffy and beautiful, it's a real treat to see. Mushrooms are carefully hand-picked to ensure they remain undamaged and high quality. Workers then visually inspect the harvested mushrooms, trim any unwanted parts, and sort them by size and quality. Human hands ensure careful handling, detailed inspections, and final touches, while machinery brings efficiency, consistency, and speed to the process. Let's store those mushrooms in some cold place before some mechanical magic. It now cuts the remaining mushrooms in bulk and completely clears out the compost. Check out that super satisfying sight of how those brilliant machines are cutting the mushroom heads from the bedding as if it's a piece of cake. Well, for them. Automated systems assist by transporting the mushrooms via conveyor belts to different processing stations. This combination of human hands and robotic machines guarantees that the mushrooms reaching the market are of the highest quality, fresh, and ready to be enjoyed. The expert labor handles the storage of packaged mushrooms, placing them in cold storage to maintain freshness. Eventually, the compost worn out and is removed by advanced machinery. Afterward, the mushroom tunnel is thoroughly cleaned with water, making sure it's all set for another round. If you're looking to manage your weight, mushrooms can be a great addition to your meals. They have a lot of immune-boosting properties and greater amount of vitamin D, making pretty rich meals every time. Now, the packaging is gonna open, and the mushrooms are moved via a conveyor belt to the next process. The machines carefully place freshly cleaned mushrooms into small buckets, ensuring each bucket is filled evenly. These buckets travel smoothly on a conveyor belt to the wrapping station, where they receive label stickers for identification. Mushrooms are often hailed as a culinary treasure, adding a unique flavor and texture to a variety of dishes. They have a rich, earthy flavor that enhances many dishes, from soups and stews to salads and pizzas. Once the packed mushrooms safely arrive at their destination, they're unloaded into large containers that companies deal with according to their needs, to avoid overcrowding. Considering making everything for everyone very seriously, These companies take a bunch of fresh mushroom stock to give you the most irresistible transition of your life. The washed and cleaned mushrooms are transferred on the continuous belts, so they would take them to the batter and breading stations. First, they are heavily coated with the rich battery sauce, which will give them the unique taste and makes the flavored breadcrumbs sticks perfectly. Check that smooth and continuous process that seems almost impossible thanks to these modern automated systems. Here comes the freshly fried crispy mushrooms. They are literally the best treat for mushroom lovers, juicy and intact from inside, while perfectly crispier from outside. Oh no, it's making me order my favorite tomato soup, topped with grilled mushrooms. Time to make some pickles. Their umami taste, which is often described as savory or meaty, makes them a popular choice for both vegetarians and meat eaters alike. These crunchy, savory treats have become a staple in many restaurants and home kitchens, loved for their addictive taste and satisfying crunch. None other than those crispier onion rings. The sweetness of the onion contrasts beautifully with the savory and crunchy batter, creating a taste experience that's hard to resist. I really want to know what you guys love to watch in our upcoming videos. Please drop the comments, we would love to hear you. All the necessary machines and tools have been collected and put in process for this amazing tour, where you'll see the seeds sprout, grow, and bearing pineapple fruits, everything right in your grill. After plowing, farmers often cover the pineapple seed beds with these special sheets that contribute to the health and productivity of their crops. These sheet covers help retain soil moisture by reducing evaporation. This is particularly important in dry regions or during periods of low rainfall, so that the soil remains moistened and plants still have a consistent supply of water. Now, farmers plant the crowns, the leafy tops of pineapples, basically the seeds in other words, right through the wrapping sheets. By planting through these sheets, the soil temperature stays perfectly controlled, creating an ideal environment for the roots to thrive. A smart move though. Watering thoroughly and keep checking for weeds continuously makes sure of top-notch growth of any plant. And of course, fertilizers are the food for these young buds, so they need to be fed properly. Also, these sheets act as a physical barrier that prevents extra sunlight from reaching the soil, thereby reducing the growth of weeds. And the plastic mulch can help warm the soil, promoting faster root development and early growth of pineapple plants. Fast forward and let us show you the pineapples have grown all the way. They carefully peel back the wrapping sheets and swiftly test the pineapples for ripeness. A refractometer is their secret weapon, measuring the sweetness of these fruits to ensure each fruit is ready for picking. With the green light to go, farmers begin picking the pineapples. For this, they only need to push a little, and the pineapples come out of their comfort beds. Harvesting these tropical treasures requires a bit of care. With their spiky, sharp leaves, they put on those gloves to protect their hands. Okay, that carrying and loading part was a little bit hectic. Let's switch to the day forward where they use a little mechanical help. To lighten the load for farmers, this carrying system has been created that takes care of transporting the picked fruits directly to the loader. This means farmers no longer have to bear the weight or make the trek with heavy pineapples, making the harvest process much easier and more efficient. Check out that storing skills. Nothing, just admiring it. Once the pineapples reach the units, they go through an ultimate washing process. These people maintain the hygiene and keep looking for any ruined fruit, so they can quickly take it out. At first, they're rinsed with clean water, followed by a deep cleanse with special cleaning solutions. These tough fruits have intricate designs, with combs that can hide germs, but the solutions ensure they're thoroughly cleaned, leaving them fresh and safe for consumption. With the help of machines and dedicated workers, the pineapples are thoroughly dried before being carefully packed. Each fruit is sorted by weight, ensuring that every box is perfectly balanced and filled to the brim. The process is precise, with each pineapple handled with care to maintain its freshness. They are then stored in cool, climate-controlled spaces, keeping the pineapples fresh and juicy until they're ready to reach us. When it's time to further process the pineapples, a specific quantity is carefully taken out from the cool storage houses, ready for the further steps. Yup, a lot more is yet to come. With the help of modern machinery, pineapples are now going to process into the most demanded product. Can you guess? Leave it. It's the peeled pineapples chunks. There's a significant demand for these pre-cut peeled pineapple pieces because it makes it a lot easier for consumers to enjoy the fruit without the hassle of cleaning and preparing it themselves. First peeling the hard fruits with ease and then removing the inner hard cores with the help of their efficient tools. What is he doing? Any guesses? This process not only saves time, but also ensures that the fruit is ready to use right out of the package, whether for a quick snack, a refreshing smoothie, or a tropical addition to any meal. Alright, let's dive into our very next product, which is fresh pineapple juice straight out of the fruit and no preservative added. Pretty cool. As soon as they are washed, they passed onto several belts that make sure they are completely dried while keep on moving towards the crushing machines. Along the way, they get dried and free from any other dirt before they reach to their final home, the crushers. As they tumble through, those aggressive rollers expertly squeezes the fruit thoroughly so that every drop of juice will be collected from the fruit. While the dried flesh makes it way out of the machines, the process is so efficient that nothing is wasted. The juice flows out perfectly, while the leftover material like peels and pulp is neatly directed into a separate bin. After crushing, more squeezing takes place for extra juice. Don't worry, that juice will be filtered thoroughly before getting poured into the bottles. Now, onto the packaging. The juice gets pumped into bottles, but with constant flow and exact amount. These bottles are designed to keep the juice fresh and safe, making sure you get that same fresh taste whenever you pop one open. Each bottle is sealed tight, with a label slapped on that tells you everything you need to know: ingredients, nutritional info, and, of course, that iconic pineapple image that screams tropical goodness. After the bottles are sealed and labeled, they move seamlessly to the large-scale packaging stage. Here, the robotic arms with so many gripping fingers takes over, efficiently packing the bottles into crates with precise quantities. For those like me who find that juices taste even better from a can, we decided to show that there's a special packaging process just for that. After the juice is perfectly squeezed and filtered, it's not just bottles that get filled. Advanced machinery also pours this liquid gold into sleek cans. These cans are then sealed tight, locking in the freshness and flavor. You have been there when that entire process took place. From juicing to canning, everything happens swiftly and efficiently, ensuring that every sip you take is as fresh as the moment the juice was made. Do you agree? We are just getting started to get into the beautiful and unlimited fields of broccoli, but we have to wait for a little until they get those seed trays ready, which are carefully watered and kept untouched for 7 weeks. As the weeks pass, the trays become a vibrant sea of green, with around 35 million tiny broccoli plants reaching the perfect stage for transplanting. A single powerful machine, often referred to as the beast, well, in my terms, is all to get the job done. This machine is designed to efficiently plow the soil, plants the saplings directly into the soil with the help of little mechanical fingers, ensuring each one is spaced just right for optimal growth. It even adds a dose of fertilizer to each plant, providing the essential nutrients needed for them to flourish. Zooming the best shot. This system is a game changer for harvesting those 35 million broccolis. Instead of laboring endlessly, workers can effortlessly pick the broccoli while machines with conveyor belts whisk them away straight to collecting bins, making the whole process smooth and super efficient. Workers get to keep it chill and save their energy, thanks to this awesome setup. Some reputed companies still use these types of systems because they allow for real-time adjustments, so the workers can manage any irregularities or unexpected issues while the machines handle the bulk of the work. This approach balances labor costs with machine efficiency, often leading to lower overall operational expenses while still achieving high productivity. But for full automation, broccoli harvesters have also been created, which is a real treat for eyes. The harvester's front blades are designed to be sharp and just perfectly positioned to cut the broccoli heads at the base, with almost zero damage and clean cuts. Remember, almost. These harvesters can accomplish the work of 6 people in just 1 minute, with barely any human hand. Why is there a pile of ice here? Actually, the ice quickly cools down the broccoli, slowing down the processes that cause it to spoil. This rapid cooling keeps the broccoli fresh, preventing it from wilting or drying out, which would happen if left at room temperature too long. An added benefit is that the ice helps stop the growth of bacteria and mold, which could affect the quality and safety of the broccoli. Also, it would be quite beneficial during transportation. Either way, it's a plus. Look at that 180 degrees tilt. So probably these techniques are fun too. One could work there along with enjoying some fun moves. Okay, I need to stop exaggerating. This bunch of broccoli is going to get sorted. No, this time you guessed wrong. Not manually, but with amazingly new and mind-blowing technique. Saw those belts? So they will sort the best broccolis out of the debris by throwing off the scrap or unnecessary florets from underneath the belts and only keeping the healthy and whole broccolis and send them forward, where machines totally flex by snipping off the heads from the stems. They only keep the good stuff, and these machines are no joke. They're popping out like 80 heads a minute, which is a major glow-up for the whole operation. You know the best part? No one has to break a sweat cutting these heads off, so no one's getting tired with repetitive strain injuries. The machines keep it 100, making sure every head gets snipped with precision. None of that human error stuff. When it comes to packaging, each broccoli gets a tight and cozy wrap in the form of clear plastic. As they move through heating tunnels, the plastic is sealed all around, creating a perfect protective shield. Each broccoli is labeled with brand information to help track and identify the product, making sure it reaches the right store, plus you get the right one, and you know when it's going to be bad. Alright, so that's all? Course not. You see, some of those heads are now coming out of storage so they can be processed into further familiar product, also recognized as smaller chunks called spears. Check out those hard-working laborers doing it all by hand. It's gotta be exhausting, right? Human error can result in uneven cuts and potential wastage. Additionally, manual cutting can be slower and less efficient compared to automated systems, leading to higher labor costs and longer production times. That's the valid reason why modern factories are revolutionizing this process and making things a whole lot easier. So the machines with precise cutting mechanisms ensure uniformity and consistency in every cut, significantly increasing the overall efficiency of the production line. Just have a look. Isn't the automation praiseworthy? Because every broccoli chunk has been cut with precision, delivering perfect uniformity and a flawless look in every batch. So it's the time to treat broccoli with high temperature. Yeah, steaming. The science behind is crystal clear. It helps remove any unnecessary bacteria, making sure your broccoli is super hygienic to eat. Plus, steaming speeds up the final cooking process. So when you're ready to whip up a meal, the broccoli is already halfway there, saving you time and effort in the kitchen.